for this WHAC tournament softball contest between the number 7 seed Lourdes Grey Wolves and the number 3 seed Lourdes Tech Blue Devils. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Lourdes Grey Wolves. At center field, number 2, Jessica Smith. At shortstop, number 66, Lindsay McGann. At first base, number 31, Taylor Leggins. At DP, number 24, Olivia Hickman. At third base, number 10, Olivia Rump. At left field, number 12, Skylar Mitchell. At catcher, number 6, Maddie Dara. At right field, number 7, Kenny Heat. At second base, number 8, Robin Ryan. And on the mound, number 5, Mallory Bradley. Lourdes is coached by Candace Stockbrader. And now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Lourdes Tech Blue Devils. At right field, number 9, Alyssa Bloomfield. At second base, number 99, Brennan Crittenden. At shortstop, number 17, Zoe Markey. At first base, number 18, Natalie Pridemore. At DP, number 15, Delaney Monroe. Pitching, number 11, Sarah Basket. At third base, number 0, Sophia Props. At catcher, number 9, Ashley Stafford. At center field, number 4, Jackie LeBlanc. And at left field, number 3, Lauren Miller. One sec, it's coached by Mike Meese.
With that, we welcome you back in for game number 2 today, and our 5th game of this pod here in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference at Indiana Tech. Score update for you from Madonna, where Madonna took down Northwestern Ohio 5-3. So both the number 1 seed Madonna and number 2 seed Indiana Tech with 2 wins, moving themselves on to the championship games in their respective pods. Here in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, Northwestern Ohio will face Cornerstone in an elimination game. And in our elimination game, we've got Lawrence Tech taking on Lourdes. Defensively for Lawrence Tech, Miller in left with LeBlanc in center and Bloomfield in right field. Props at third, Markey at short, Crittenden at second, Pridemore at first. Stafford is behind the plate as Basket will make her second start of the tournament. Sarah Basket, 14-6 overall record with a 2.96 ERA, 18th start overall. She's thrown 12 complete games with 4 shutout wins, 117 innings pitched, 110 strikeouts over those 117 innings, and just 21 walks on the year. Jessica Smith will lead things off for Lourdes at the top of the order. The Grey Wolves as a team hitting .264 this season with a .359 on base percentage. They'll turn to Mallory Bradley in the circle. But we'll start offensively with Jessica Smith in the leadoff spot. Remember, Lourdes went 1-1 yesterday. Lost 1-0 to Indiana Tech and then defeated Michigan Dearborn 4-1 in order to play today in this second game, as Smith asking for time and a little bit all out of whack from both catcher and batter here to start the game, and our home plate umpire knows it. Smith steps in, and now we're ready to go. 3:36, make it 3:37. First pitch of game 2 of the day. This is on the ground to short. Markey over to first, and Pridemore squeezes the glove on out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. 3:37 start time. It is beautiful here in Fort Wayne. 69 degrees, wind out of the south at 10 miles per hour. 1 down for the shortstop, Lindsey McGann. McGann and Smith, or rather McGann and Robin, are the only 2 for Lourdes that have played in all 31 games, now 32 games this season for the Grey Wolves. Smith has played in now 31 of 32. McGann, the shortstop in the 2 spot, .282 batting average this season. And swings through that first offering from Basket, 0-1. Basket went yesterday, got the complete game, going just 6 innings to get the win over Michigan Dearborn. McGann in the air to left field. On the run towards the line is Miller. She makes the catch. And there are 2 quick outs here in the first. Wind blowing out of the south today means that it's blowing more towards right field, but also in. You might get a little bit of help if you put the ball in the air to right like we saw in the first game, but certainly the wind is in a different direction currently than it was all day yesterday. First pitch swinging, and through the left side, Taylor Leggins with a 2-out single. The first hit of the game for Lourdes here in the first. Runner aboard and 2 down. These 2 teams, of course, meeting during the regular season. Lawrence Tech winning 6-3 and 11-3 in Ohio over the Gray Wolves. This is downstairs to Olivia Hickman, who bats in the 4 spot. Cleanup hitter, .250 batting average with 8 RBIs on the season. This is her 30th game played of the year. Hickman fouls it back and off the netting, 1-1. Lourdes this season, 4-4 in neutral site games. Lawrence Tech coming in 12-7 in neutral site contests this year. 1-1, Hickman into center. Back-to-back hits for Lourdes. 2 on and 2 out for Olivia Rumpf. Third baseman Rumpf had a great day yesterday. Comes into today, .366 on base percentage with a .288 batting average. 9 runs driven in on the year. Lourdes is threatening to score in the first. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Rumpf. Indiana Tech defeating Lawrence Tech 7-6. To win that last game as Rumpf is going to get Lourdes on the board immediately. Hickman into third as Leggins scores from second. RBI double for Olivia Rumpf. And Lourdes is on the board in the first inning. All this coming with 2 runners into scoring position as well. Mitchell, the left fielder. Second and third, 2 down. Mitchell put a charge into one yesterday. Just missed a home run by about 4 feet out to straightaway center field. 0-1 count. .267 batting average for Mitchell with a home run and 10 RBIs. Oh, 1 too far off the plate from basket. 1 ball and 1 strike. It took Lawrence Tech a while yesterday to get started against the lower seed in Michigan Dearborn. Did not take them long today against Indiana Tech, though. 1-1. Mitchell up and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the other game going on in the conference right now is also an elimination game. Northwestern Ohio playing Cornerstone. Top 2 seeds have punched their tickets to their pod championship, which will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and a second game, if necessary, around 3. Mitchell towards right center field. The block can't come up with this one, and 2 runs will score on a base hit. 3-0 Lourdes, 2 RBIs for Skylar Mitchell, and exactly how the Gray Wolves wanted to start this game. LeBlanc tried to make the diving effort out there in center and could not come up with it. Runner at first and 2 down for Maddie Dara, the catcher. Oh, that one, best chance we've had all season for a ball to come back, and it just hit the top of the netting behind home plate. Sports Information Director Jack is hoping for one to come back up here. That was a good chance. Dara hit her lone home run of the season yesterday for Lourdes, and she sends this one back 0-2. Mitchell aboard at first, and Lourdes with 3 runs, all coming with 2 outs. And a right-handed arm already moving down in the bullpen for Lawrence Tech. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. But a great start to this game for Lourdes as the Gray Wolves put up 3 runs on 4 hits, all coming with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back and meet the starting lineup. Batting order for Lawrence Tech. We'll look defensively at Lourdes when we return after this 30-second break. SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
SummitCitySports.com back, bottom of the first inning. It is 3-0 Lourdes right off the rip as we introduce you to the batting order for Lawrence Tech. No real changes from game number 1 except for in the 9 spot. We'll go through the list anyway. Alyssa Bloomfield followed by Brenna Crittenden and Zoe Markey. Natalie Pridemore hitting 4th. Delaney Monroe 5th. Sarah Baskett in the 6th spot. Sophia Props hitting 7th. Ashley Stafford 8th. And then Jackie LeBlanc will get the start in the 9 hole. Lauren Miller is the flex player in left field. So those two just swap places from the first game today. Defensively for Lourdes, it's Mitchell in left with Smith in center, Heath in right. From third to first, Romph, McGann, Ryan, and Leggins. Dara is behind the plate. Catching the right-hander, Mallory Bradley, who gave up just 1 run to Indiana Tech yesterday, but was handed her 10th loss of the season. 5-10 overall record for Bradley with a 3.91 ERA. She's making her 16th start of the year. First pitch swinging for Bloomfield, in the air to center and drifting back. Smith underneath it. 1 pitch, 1 out. The bottom half of the first. Second baseman Brenna Crittenden with 1 away. Mallory Bradley, 44 strikeouts compared to just 22 walks in 77 innings of work in the circle. Crittenden waves and misses at the first offering from Bradley, 0-1. Lawrence Tech offense that has scored 19 runs between the 2 games they've played so far in the tournament. Or rather, 17 runs between the 2 games, 11-3 in that first one over Michigan Dearborn, and then 6 runs in the 7-6 loss to Indiana Tech. One, just missed off the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike to Crittenden. .356 batting average coming into today. Slap in the air to left. Mitchell is in, makes the catch, and a couple of flyouts start the bottom of the first. 2 down, and here's the shortstop, Zoe Markey. First game just going over the 2 hours. 2 hours and about 10 minutes in game number 1 as Markey takes a first pitch strike, 0-1 to the shortstop. .356 batting average, now 5 triples this season for Markey. And it's now 0-2. 5 different players for Lawrence Tech have at least 20 RBIs this year. Markey is one of those 5. Nobody aboard, though. 0-2 Tried to catch the outside corner there, did Bradley, but set up too far off the plate for Dara back there. Like the idea of going outside, but maybe the catcher should have shifted just a little bit further back towards the plate, may have gotten that outside call. Bradley, 1-2, is low to Markey, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Loser of this one, their season will come to a close. Winner moves on to play Indiana Tech tomorrow, where they need to defeat the Warriors twice to win this pod championship. Popped up, foul territory, and McGann, the shortstop, is over to get it. 1-2-3, Lawrence Tech goes down in order in the bottom of the first inning, and Lourdes with a 3-0 advantage heading to the top of the second. SummitCitySports.com. We're back in 45 seconds with more Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference softball.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
3-0, Lourdes in front of Lawrence Tech, top of the second inning. Live here, SummitCitySports.com from Warrior Park. 8-9-1 in the batting order for Lourdes, starting with Cammie Heath. Heath waves and misses at the first offering from basket, 0-1. 3 runs in that first inning for Lourdes, all coming with 2 outs. 4 consecutive hits to bring in the 3 runs. 0-1 just missing the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right fielder Heath, who is hitting .349 this season. He's played in 27 games now of the 32 possible. Got in yesterday and pinch running and pinch hitting performance, and then started game 2. Robin Ryan in the 9 spot, and then back to the top of the order with Jessica Smith. Basket 1-2. Low and inside to Heath. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heath swings through the 2-2, and Basket picks up the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts going to the last inning for Basket. 1 away in the second. There's the second baseman, Robin Ryan. She has played in every single game this year for Lourdes. Had a nice performance at the plate yesterday as she swings and misses at the first offering from Basket. 6 runs driven in this season, 8 walks, 19 strikeouts for Robin. Can use her speed when she gets on, though. 8 for 8 in stolen bases. This is too far inside, 1-1. Ryan takes. It is in for a strike, 1-2. Top of the second, 1 down, and the 1-2, and it's 3 strikeouts in a row for Basket, 2 away in the second. Michigan Dearborn did score 3 runs against Basket yesterday, but the offense for Lawrence Tech came alive in the 6th inning and eventually put up 10 runs to win 11-3. We've seen the offense has been just fine. It's about trying to keep these Lourdes hitters at bay in the early going, and can't let this game get out of reach before, the 4th inning or something like that. So important to keep things at a minimum moving forward, as Basket is in her zone right now, 0-2 on Jessica Smith. And maybe the chance to score runs today against Sarah Basket was in that 1st inning. Lourdes got 3, but right now Basket back-to-back strikeouts in the inning. Smith serves it out to left. Miller makes the catch, and Lourdes goes down in order in the top of the 2nd. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. Pridemore will lead things off for the Blue Devils when we return to Warrior Park here in Fort Wayne. Bottom of inning number 2, 3 runs on 4 hits for Lourdes, as Lawrence Tech has yet 2 recorded hit offensively. 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Natalie Pridemore, Delaney Monroe, and Sarah Basket all coming to hit in the 2nd inning. As Indiana Tech defeated Lawrence Tech 7-6 to set up this elimination game between Lawrence Tech and Lourdes. Both teams with a 1-1 record so far this weekend. Winner moves on to play Indiana Tech here tomorrow at 1 p.m. First pitch to Pridemore. It's off the outside edge, ball 1. Natalie Pridemore with a home run in the first game, up to 5 on the season. She leads the team with 30 runs driven in this year. Off speed down on the turf, 2-0 count. And we'll keep you updated with the other NAIA softball scores going on today in the conference. Madonna defeating Northwestern Ohio 5-3 in the first game in Michigan today. 3 balls and no strikes on Pridemore. Pridemore swinging on 3-0, gets a hold of this ball and drives it out of the ballpark. 3-0 green light, and Natalie Pridemore takes advantage of one in her wheelhouse. Lawrence Tech first hit is a home run, and a 3-1 ball game as Pridemore homers for the 6th time this season, but the 2nd time today. Solo home run gets Lawrence Tech into the run column. 3-1 now as Delaney Monroe will come to bat. Ton of games going on in the NAIA on this Saturday as teams are either in conference tournament weekend or the final games of the regular season, gearing up for their conference tournaments. Monroe takes a first pitch, strike 0-1. 7 home runs this year for Delaney Monroe, including 1 yesterday. A 1 off speed is high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Monroe back to center field. Smith ranging towards right center as the wind was pushing that one. She does get underneath it to make the catch. 1 down in the 2nd. Pitcher Sarah Basket trying to help her own cause here in the 2nd. 3-1 lead for Lourdes. Allie Pridemore with a solo home run in this frame, which put Lawrence Tech on the scoreboard, swinging on a 3-0. Downstairs, 1-1, 2 basket. Winner back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. to face Indiana Tech, where you'll need 2 wins in order to win the pod championship. 1-1, back towards Bradley, just got past her glove, and that ball slithers its way through into center field. Second hit for Lawrence Tech. It's a single for basket.
Now batting number 0, Sophia Props.
Sophia Props. Quick meeting between Dara and Bradley. One down, runner aboard at first. And Props at the plate. First pitch swinging, little check swing, gets held up in the air and over at short. McGann gets underneath it. 2 down in the second. Here's the catcher, Ashley Stafford, with 2 away and a runner aboard.
Throw her out, Maddie. Throw her out.
Basket over at first. Thought about going, instead retreats to the bag. Ball 1 to Stafford. Basket 4 for 6 in stolen bases this year. Lawrence Tech as a team 60 for 74. Just off the edge, 2-0. Bottom of the second, 2 down. Stafford at the dish, 9-hole in the on-deck circle with LeBlanc. Stafford on a line to second. Ryan goes up, makes the catch, and the damage is just 1. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left aboard for Lawrence Tech. No errors defensively by Lourdes. We go to the top of the third. 3-1. Gray Wolves on top of the Blue Devils.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
PSM Sports Therapy. Recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to PS.
Top of the third, Lourdes 3, Lawrence Tech 1. 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order coming up for Lourdes. McGann, Legans, and Hickman coming to the plate. First pitch swinging, and McGann is aboard for the leadoff single to start the third, and aggressive at the plate for the Gray Wolves, hunting on that first pitch. Runner at first and nobody out. Taylor Legans with a single and a run scored in the first. Snap throw back to first, and McGann back to the bag. 0-1 count. Legans, then Hickman. inside corner, and another strike for Basket. 0-2. Lourdes with 3 runs in the first. 4 of their 5 hits came in the first inning. McGann has the other aboard at first base now. 0-2. This is on the ground to short. Markey to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. 4-6 for out number 1.
Now batting number 24, Olivia Hickman.
And now Olivia Hickman with a runner at first and 1 away. Hickman, first pitch swinging. Flares backing out of play. 0-1. She singled and scored in that 3-run first inning. Lourdes 3, Lawrence Tech 1. Top of the third. Low and outside. Count evens 1-1 to Hickman. Got Indiana Tech baseball going on right now as well. They're taking on Lawrence Tech on our YouTube channel. I believe they're in the second game of their doubleheader today. Hickman 1-1 in the air, out towards short. Markey drifts back onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Olivia Rumpf with 2 away. Lagan's the runner aboard at first. Rumpf, check swing did not go on that first attempt. Olivia Rumpf with an RBI double. It's part of that 3-run first inning. Rumpf fouls it out on the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind picking up. It is blowing towards right field as Rumpf swings away, fouls it back off the netting. 1-2 count. Basket with 3 strikeouts. Came all in a row against 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Lourdes. 1-2, Rumpf in the air towards right, coming in. Can't make the play on the dive for Bloomfield. Everybody will stay put after just a base. It's a single for Lourdes. And Rumpf now 2 for 2. Two down for Skylar Mitchell. Lagan's at second, Rumpf at first. Mitchell, 2 RBIs in her first at-bat today, and this first pitch is up in the zone, ball 1. A little bit more energy here today in this second game as the teams understand what's at stake, your season on the line. And for Lourdes, you know, they've already played with their backs against the wall once here at Indiana Tech with that game against Michigan Dearborn yesterday in the rain. 2-0, Mitchell up and out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Head coach Candace Fenton-Bach-Brader, second year with Lourdes, third coach in softball history for the Gray Wolves. She spent 2 years as a head coach at her alma mater, Bowling Green. She's an assistant on the staff as well. It's a 2-2 count on Mitchell. Plenty of fans still in attendance for this second game. Last one today. 2-2, Mitchell in the air, out to right field. Bloomfield coming in, and underneath it to end the top half of the third. 2 runners left aboard for Lourdes. 2 more hits for the Gray Wolves, but still a 3-1 advantage heading to the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning, 3-1. Lourdes with the lead on Lawrence Tech. Here from Indiana Tech in Warrior Park, just off of East Tillman Road in Fort Wayne. It's 9-1-2 in the batting order. Jackie LeBlanc, the center fielder, to lead things off. And then to the top of the order with Alyssa Bloomfield and Brenna Crittenden. LeBlanc making her first plate appearance of the conference tournament. .370 batter during the regular season. She drove in 7 runs, 5 walks to 8 strikeouts, 3 for 3 in stolen bases. Bradley, her third inning of work. Finds her way back into the zone for a called strike. 1-1 to Jackie LeBlanc. Made a really nice diving catch out in center field in the first game in the bottom of the 6th that kept Indiana Tech from scoring, even though the Warriors eventually went on to win. Off-speed pitch, and LeBlanc was out in front, 1-2. Bradley, 1-2, and a strikeout for Mallory Bradley. There is one away in the bottom of the third. First strikeout of the game for Bradley. Sent us to the top of the order. Alyssa Bloomfield flew out to center field her first time up. 0 for 1 in game 2. First pitch swinging, lifted up and out of play on the third base side. Two losses means you're out of the conference tournament. Michigan Dearborn going 0-2 yesterday. As Bloomfield finds the hole on the right side into right field. Heath thought about coming up and firing for first base. It's a single for Bloomfield. Runner at first and 1 down. Brenna Crittenden to the dish. Crittenden, slap approach, lays off that first pitch on the outside, ball 1. Flew out to shallow left field her first time up. Defense is playing a little bit further back right now in the outfield, with a runner aboard at first. Crittenden fouls away the 1-0. And the shift defensively, McGann at shortstop. She is a long ways away from second base. Shaded a little bit more towards third. You wonder if Lawrence Tech will try to run with Bloomfield here at first. Bradley checks the wristband. 1-1. Going nowhere over at first is Bloomfield. Crittenden was the hardest out to get in the first game. And continues to be one of the harder outs to get in this lineup. That slap approach has led to a 379, or a 356, excuse me, batting average this year. She does have 2 home runs. Zoe Markey on deck, 2-2. Crittenden fouls it away. One away, bottom of the third. Bloomfield aboard at first. Bradley's 2-2. Crittenden sends it in the air, right center field. Smith ranges over. She gets underneath it. There are two away in the third. That brings Zoe Markey to the dish. Natalie Pridemore, with the lone run produced in this game for Lawrence Tech, is on deck, hoping she gets a chance here in the third with base runners aboard. First pitch swinging, Markey up and out of play, 0-1. Popped out to foul territory. The shortstop McGann got to it to end the first. Bradley 0-1. Markey swings and misses, and now Lourdes a strike away from getting through the third. Bloomfield at first. No balls and two strikes on Zoe Markey. Dara set up outside, ground ball to second. What a play by Robin Ryan on to first. And Lourdes with a defensive stop to end the third. That's why she's played every game this season for the Grey Wolves. It's 3-1. Lourdes leading Lawrence Tech as we go to the top of the fourth inning.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career, and the professors were always there to make sure I was successful.
Really nice defensive play to end the bottom of the third, and Robin Ryan makes the play to get Lourdes through the bottom of the third inning. We start the top of the fourth, a 3-1 lead for the Grey Wolves, who were 0-2 against Lawrence Tech during the regular season. 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Dara leading things off, and it's 0-1 with the first pitch fouled back. Dara struck out swinging in the first. 3 total strikeouts for Basket. They came against the next 3 hitters. Dara into center field. Lourdes continues to hit the ball well here today. Dara aboard for Cammie Heath.
Number 7, Cammie Heath.
And this is one of those spots where, personally, I wouldn't hate a bunt attempt from Heath to move Dara to second, even if you give up and out. There is the bunt from Heath. Back to the mound. Basket over to first. Ooh, Crittenden able to hang on, and thankfully she's okay. That arm got caught up in the way, but she says she's all right. Sacrifice bunt moves Dara to second, 1 out. And it's the 9 spot in the order coming to bat. And instead of the second baseman Ryan, a pinch hitter coming up for Lourdes. This is Carly Connard. Connard, 146 batting average, 7 RBIs on the year. Dara aboard at second. Top of the fourth, one out.
Now bat number 16, Carly Connor.
And Connard will bat in place of Ryan. First pitch from Basket, in on the hands, and foul back 0-1 to Connard. Indiana Tech softball sitting down in front of our camera here behind home plate as they take in this second game of the day, knowing that they will play the winner of this one tomorrow at least once, potentially twice. Connor takes low, 1-1. Dara running at second, one out, top of the fourth. Popped up, Connard, right side of the infield. Pridemore, the first baseman, comes down with it. There are two away. Back to the top of the order, the leadoff spot with Jessica Smith.
Now bat number 2, Jessica Smith.
Smith standing right on top of the plate. Third time through the order. First pitch, Smith swings, fouls it off, 0-1. RBI chance is out there for Lourdes. They bunted to put Dara at second. Trying to drive her in. Smith fouls it on top of the dugout of Lawrence Tech. Now 0-2. Two down, top of the fourth inning. 7 total hits for Lourdes, 3 runs across. 3 hits, 1 run for Lawrence Tech. Smith fouls away the 0-2 to stay alive. Just trying to drive a ball here if you're Jessica Smith. Probably in a spot in this game where you could be aggressive enough to send a runner as long as it makes it to the outfield. Smith will do just that. Curls towards left field. Here comes Dara around third. Miller's throw cut off. Smith to second. She is safe. Ball trickles away from Crittenden, but nowhere to go for Jessica Smith. Lourdes takes a 4-1 lead on the RBI single that turns into 2 bases for Smith. Check on Crittenden again, and it'll be more than just checking on Crittenden. It'll be a pitching change upcoming for Lawrence Tech, and a new pitcher coming in will meet the new pitcher for the Blue Devils when we return. Danger time for the number 3 seed as they trail number 7 Lourdes 4-1.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
New pitcher is Delaney Monroe for Lawrence Tech. Monroe will make her 11th appearance of the season, 8th in relief. 24 innings pitched, a 4.67 ERA. 11 walks to 10 strikeouts for Monroe this season. It's 2, 3, and 4 in the order coming up. And some changes for Lawrence Tech. Looks like there might be a bunch of changes, by the way. Our home plate umpire just looked up at us. See over at first base is Basket now instead of Pridemore. So Pridemore probably moving into that designated player role. As Basket takes over at first. Miller still in left, LeBlanc in center, Bloomfield in right. So I think the only change is that Monroe will go from being the DP to the pitcher. Pridemore will go from first to the DP spot and then basket from the pitcher over to first. So not as many changes as we initially thought. So those are the changes confirmed by our home plate umpire. This crew's done a really good job all weekend with these games. So we get you an update from Madonna in the game going on right now, elimination game between Cornerstone and Northwestern Ohio. Try to get you a score from there. Don't see one at the moment as McGann steps up to bat. Cornerstone 6, Northwestern Ohio 3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. McGann on the ground on the right side of the infield. Crittenden, the second baseman, goes over to first, and Monroe comes in and ends the fourth. But another run scored by Lourdes, and the Grey Wolves are back in front by 3 here on SummitCitySports.com, live on the Indiana Tech Athletics YouTube channel.
As an adult going back to school, there's a lot to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week. Finding time to get a degree was challenging. The flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech made it possible. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while working a full-time job. The online classes were great. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today.
Ryan re-enters at second base defensively for Lourdes, as in the bottom of the fourth inning, it's a 4-1 lead for the Grey Wolves over Lawrence Tech. This was the final score of Lourdes' win yesterday over Michigan Dearborn. As Natalie Pridemore, now the offensive player instead of the designated player, because they brought the DP out of the game to pitch. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Lawrence Tech here in the bottom of the fourth. Pridemore with a solo home run in the second, the only run for Lawrence Tech in game 2. It was on a 3-0 pitch nonetheless. Bradley too far off the outside corner, ball 1. Six home runs on the year, including 2 today. And Lourdes seems content to pitch around Pridemore at the moment. Pridemore, Monroe, basket. 4, 5, and 6 in the inning for Lawrence Tech as Dara sets up on the outside corner again. And she's too far off the plate, and 3-0. She was swinging away last time on 3-0. That be the case here again. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Pridemore to start the bottom of the fourth inning. And now the designated player who is gone from the DP to the pitcher role, Delaney Monroe. With a runner at first and nobody out, Monroe 0 for 1 in game 2 with a fly out to center. First pitch on the corner for a strike from Bradley to Monroe. 3 total hits for Lawrence Tech. And just 1 run in this second game. Bradley, so far in the tournament, has gone 10 innings and given up just 2 runs. 1-1. Monroe taking at the knees for a strike to make it 1-2. Pridemore aboard at first after the 4-pitch walk started the inning. Bradley 1-2 pitch. Monroe sees it off the outside corner, fouls it away. Make sure she's going to see at least one more pitch in this at-bat. It's 1-2 count. Low and outside, and Dara keeps it close enough that Pridemore can't go anywhere from first. Two and 2 count. There's that wind picking up again. Ooh, ran inside and right on the thigh of Monroe. She'll head down to first with a hit by pitch. First and second, nobody out. Sarah Baskett coming to bat, and Baskett represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 4th inning with nobody down. Indiana Tech awaiting the winner of this game tomorrow, 1 p.m. We'll be back here at Warrior Park.
Now batting number 11, Sarah Baskett.
For at least one, potentially 2 games, depending upon the result of the first. If Indiana Tech wins the first game, it'll be over in this pod. The Warriors lose the first game tomorrow. We'll play a second to determine who's moving on. Baskett stands in, takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. A walk and a hit by pitch to start the bottom of the 4th. One-0 foul back off the netting, 1-1. Bradley has been so good again today. Gave up just 4 hits and 1 run yesterday. Baskett slices one foul towards right field, 1-2. Right fielder Heath, just on your screen, she's playing maybe 15 feet from the line and right. One, two, too high on the outside edge. Baskett singled in the second, 1 for 1 here in game 2. She was left stranded at first base. Bradley 2-2. And the count is full now. Sarah Baskett, chance to load the bases for Lawrence Tech. 7, 8, and 9 lurking in the order. Payoff pitch. Baskett, we'll see one more. Baskett, the junior from Essexville, Michigan, part of a Michigan-heavy roster. A couple of players from Indiana. Sydney Mayer out of Austin, Indiana, down south, and then nearby Cherubusco for Casey Snyder. This is in the air to right field. Heath, right off the line, makes the catch. First out of the 4th. And it's Sophia Props coming to the plate with 1 away and 2 runners on. This is as good of a chance as Lawrence Tech has had today on the offensive end in this second game. The infield fly rule is in effect with 1 out in the 4th. And a first pitch strike poured in by Bradley, 0-1. Props popped out to the shortstop. 0 for 1 in game 2. There is a right-handed arm throwing in the bullpen for Lourdes. Tried to frame it, did Dara on the outside corner, didn't get the call, 1-1. Pridemore at second, Monroe at first. A walk and then a hit by pitch. Off speed, props in the air to left. Mitchell towards the line. She's got it. 2 down. Fly out to left field, out number 2. And now the 8 spot, Ashley Stafford. Found a gap in the first game. Has yet to record a hit in her 1 plate appearance in the second. First and second, 2 down. Just off the outside corner, ball 1. This is one of those spots where if Lourdes can get through this inning without allowing a run to score, I feel like the momentum just firmly stays on their side after Lawrence Tech has put it back up for grabs here. Up high, 2-0. 9 spot, Jackie LeBlanc scheduled to hit next. Off speed, drop back into the zone, a called strike, 2-1. Good looking pitch there from Bradley. When you know the batter at the plate on 2-0 is looking in one spot, probably looking for something with a little bit more velocity than that. Two one, left center field. It's down into the alley. Cut off out in left center by Smith. Pridemore scores. Stafford to second. RBI double, and Lawrence Tech has cut the deficit to 2 on the hit for Ashley Stafford. Second and third, 2 away. And Jackie LeBlanc coming to bat, but before LeBlanc comes to the plate, Lourdes going to call for time and talk things out in the circle. We'll take a brief pause, and we're back in 30 seconds to Warrior Park here in Fort Wayne.
ESM Sports Therapy. Recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to
9 spot in the order, Jackie LeBlanc standing in with 2 aboard and 2 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bradley remains in the game, pitching for Lourdes. First pitch swinging, 0-1. LeBlanc struck out swinging to start the last inning, which is the only strikeout that Bradley has recorded in this game. Stafford at second, Monroe at third, 0-1. Count evens up to LeBlanc. Bloomfield with the top of the order just around the corner for Lawrence Tech. Lourdes hoping they don't see the top of the lineup. Lawrence Tech is trying to tie this game up with 1 hit. LeBlanc taking on the corner, called strike, and it's 1-2. Two runners in scoring position for Lawrence Tech. Best chance they've had today to score multiple runs in an inning. 1-2. Bradley bounces one in, and Dara keeps everything out in front. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bradley leans, fires, 2-2, spoiled by LeBlanc. We'll do it again. And LeBlanc coming in, not as many plate appearances as everybody else on the roster because she's been in that flex player role this season, but she was hitting .370 at the end of the regular season. 2-2, off speed, check swing, she did go. Bradley gets her second strikeout, and Lawrence Tech leaves a pair of runners aboard in the fourth. They do get one. It's a 4-2 ball game as we head to the top of the fifth. SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career, and the professors were always there to make sure I was successful.
4 innings complete. Lourdes leading Lawrence Tech 4-2. Indiana Tech Athletics on YouTube. Jared Matheny, glad to be with you. 4 runs on 8 hits for Lourdes, 2 runs on 4 hits for Lawrence Tech, and Monroe in relief. We'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order for Lourdes. Legans, Hickman, and Rumpf coming to bat. 3 runs in the first, another run in the fourth for Lourdes. Lawrence Tech with a run in the second, a run in the fourth inning. It's 4-2 on the scoreboard. And the new pitcher in relief who got the final out of the fourth inning is Delaney Monroe. See if she can continue to keep Lawrence Tech in this game. First pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Legans, Hickman, Rumpf, 3-4-5. Legans 1 for 2, Hickman 1 for 2, Rumpf 2 for 2. This part of the order is pulled through in this game for Lourdes offensively. Monroe misses up. Legans singled and scored in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Looks like Stafford didn't have a rosin bag out there behind the mound, so Monroe will get a little bit of rosin. Try to create that better grip on her release. Two 2-0 count. Legans leading off the top of the fifth inning for the Gray Wolves of Lourdes. On the corner for a strike, 2-1. Taylor Legans in the 3 spot in the order, leading Lourdes in home runs and runs driven in this season. 5 home runs, 26 RBIs to go along with a .306 batting average. 2-1 in the air, shallow left field. It's the shortstop Markey drifting out to make the grab. 1 out in the 5th. 4 spot in the order with Liv Hickman, the designated player.
Number 24, Olivia Hickman.
Hickman singled and scored in the first, popped out to Markey at short in her last at-bat, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch misses from Monroe, 1-0. Rumpf, the way she's swinging the bat right now, if Hickman can just get on base, it sets up a chance for Lourdes to score again because Rumpf has played herself into all tournament consideration, certainly through these first now 3 games for Lourdes. 1-1 record after they lost to Indiana Tech yesterday and then defeated Michigan Dearborn to stay alive, playing in their second elimination game. Chopper to short, Markey to first, 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. And Markey has been busy out at short in this inning and overall today. And now the 5-hole hitter, Olivia Rumpf, with nobody aboard and 2 down. RBI double in the first, a single in the third, 2 for 2 at the dish today. As Rumpf settles in for her first look against Monroe. And that right down the middle, called strike 0-1. Rumpf hitting .288 coming into the day, .366 on base percentage. Up to 10 RBIs on the year. A reminder that Lourdes has only played now in 32 games this season. Some other teams playing closer to 46, 47. On the ground to second, and Monroe with a 1-2-3 clean sheet in the top of the 5th. Lawrence Tech, top of the batting order, will hit in the bottom of the 5th inning when we return. Elimination game in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference.
As an adult going back to school, there's a lot to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week. Finding time to get a degree was challenging. The flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech made it possible. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while working a full-time job. The online classes were great. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today.
PSM Sports Therapy. Recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to PS.
Pitching change for Lourdes, and that's why we had the extended break there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Top of the order, third time through, but they will face for the first time today. Cassie Keeper is in relief. Mallory Bradley goes 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. She also had 2 strikeouts, including a huge strikeout to get through the 4th. First pitch from Keeper misses away. Bloomfield, Crittenden, Markey, top of the batting order for Lawrence Tech in the 5th. (1-0) and caught the inside corner. Bloomfield takes for a strike, and we even up at 1-1. Bloomfield 1 for 2 in this second game. Single in the third, a fly out to center in the first. And she waves and misses at the 1-1 offering. Now 1-2. Bottom of the 5th inning, Lawrence Tech just looking for some traffic on the base paths to try and get something moving again. Keeper, they're going to check the swing. She did not go. Dara thought that they were sitting on strike 3. Instead, it's 2-2. (2-2). Low and outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bloomfield. The other elimination game going on right now, Cornerstone in Northwestern Ohio. Top of the 6th, Cornerstone 7-4. On the ground to short, backhanded play. McGann over to first. 1 down. Six to 3 for out number 1.
Now batting number 99, Brenna Crittenden.
And it's Brenna Crittenden 0 for 2 today in this second game, standing in. First pitch, Crittenden lays off up in the zone, ball 1. Thought about the bunt, instead pulled it back. It is an attempt and a strike, 1-1. Crittenden in that slap approach. It's a good way to get a runner on, especially when you need it. But she swings and misses at this 1-1, now 1-2. Crittenden 5 triples this season, leading Lawrence Tech. Fouls this away. See at least one more. One and two. Keeper. This is floated and over the head of McGann, out at short. It's a single for Crittenden. And a runner on base. Lawrence Tech with its 5th hit. Brings up the shortstop, Zoe Markey.
Now by number 17, Zoe Markey.
So Markey with a runner on and one down in the 5th. Just past the third baseman, Romph into left field. That one, a lightning shot over there to third. Back-to-back hits for Lawrence Tech. First and second, one out, and now Natalie Pridemore, who is 1 for 1 with a home run, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Will she get a chance to even swing the bat here is the question, because Lourdes really pitched around her the last time she was up. First 2 balls were outside, and then from there they decided we're not interested in giving Pridemore anything to hit, which is not a bad decision based on what we've seen today, as this will continue with a mound visit for Lourdes. First and second, one out, bottom of the 5th inning. Lawrence Tech down by 2, but a go-ahead run coming to bat when we return. Actually, we won't take a break here. Quick visit to the mound for Lourdes. Just another chance for you to see the run score today. Our box score on this Saturday evening now. One down, bottom of the 5th. It's a 1-0 count to start this at-bat with Pridemore. Waves and misses at the 1-0 offering, and again, not a ton to hit there. That was low and on the outside corner. Just trying to stay away from the power of Pridemore. Go outside again. This is a little dribbler towards second. Ryan will take the short route to first. Runners move up to second and third. There are 2 outs. And it's Delaney Monroe batting with 2 runners in scoring position. A chance to tie this game up for Lawrence Tech here in the 5th. Back-to-back innings with great opportunities to do just this. They left runners stranded at second and third in the last frame. The pitcher, Monroe, trying to help her own cause. First pitch low and outside, ball 1. Lourdes trying to keep its season alive. Loser of this one done for the year. Winner will play at least one more tomorrow. 2 balls and no strikes on Monroe. Crittenden and Markey each with singles here in the 5th. Basket on deck. Keeper Monroe in the air, right field, foul territory, long run for Heath, and she does not have room to make the play. It's 2-1. Keeper pitched the second game yesterday, got the victory in the 4-1 win over Michigan Dearborn. Helped preserve the season for Lourdes. Monroe waits. Takes just off the edge, 3-1. Crittenden over at third, Markey at second. First base unoccupied and a 3-1 count. Basket on deck. Monroe right back up the middle. Keeper, head on a swivel, stuck the glove out, made the catch. I'm not sure if she even saw it, but it went into her glove as Monroe hits a liner back to her. We head to the top of the sixth, still 4-2. Lourdes in front. SummitCitySports.com, live on the Indiana Tech Athletics YouTube channel.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's degree too. The flexibility of online classes allowed me to go back to school while still building my career, and the professors were always there to make sure I was successful.
Not stopping the party now. Top of the sixth inning, 4-2. Lourdes with a lead on Lawrence Tech. Winner, season stays alive. Loser, your year is done. And losing out on a chance to go to the national tournament. Madonna has punched the first ticket from the conference to the national tournament by winning the regular season. If Madonna wins their pod, then the winner of this pod here at Indiana Tech is going to get that second bid into the national tournament. It's a 1-0 count. Top of the sixth inning. Mitchell, Dara, Heath, 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. Monroe in relief as Mitchell finds the gap in left center field. This will roll all the way, take a hop off the fence, and Skylar Mitchell has a leadoff double to begin the sixth inning for Lourdes. So the Gray Wolves are looking to add to its total today. We have yet to see Monroe give up a run in this game. Catcher Maddie Dara to hit, and a change. Riley Mercer running at second base for Mitchell.
Now batting number 6, Maddie Dara.
And again, I'm of the belief that this is a spot where you could lay down a bunt, but I'm not sure you want to take the bat out of Dara's hands right now. She's been really good this postseason tournament, and with that one and lone home run of the season coming yesterday, she's probably swinging the bat as well as she has all year long. She'll wait and see a first pitch strike. Didn't even think about turning to bunt there. Dara singled and scored in the fourth. They had a sac bunt that led to her eventually scoring in that inning. 0-1 spins off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. There is a right-handed arm getting loose in the bullpen for Lawrence Tech. Looks like the arm is ready should the Blue Devils need it. I believe that's Michaela Tim up and throwing in the bullpen. Outside, 2-1 on Dara. Mercer, the runner at second, 2-1 count, 2-run lead for Lourdes. Inside part of the plate, count evens to 2-2. 8th spot in the order, Cammie Heath next. And then Robin Ryan after that. Ryan was pinch hit for earlier, re-entered, so unless they're going to take her out of the game, they would have to pinch hit for her again. If it gets there, found back, still 2-2 on Dara. Problem is, you pinch hit and take Ryan out of the game, then you lose that glove at second base. It's already made one really good play back in the third inning. Mercer at second, 2-2 to Dara. Turns, sends it left field, foul. Still 2-2. Tim continues to loosen down in the LTU bullpen. 10 total hits for Lourdes. 3 runs of their 4 came in the first. Up and out of play down the right field line. Still 2-2. Dara digs back in. Mercer at second. 2-2. And the count is full. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming between Dara and Monroe. Still nobody out in the 6th. 3-2. And the strikeout for Monroe as she gets Dara to chase up and away. 1 down. It's Cammie Heath scheduled to bat instead. Pinch hitter coming up. Ava Aller replacing Heath. Heath 0 for 1, a strikeout, and that sacrifice bunt back in the 4th. So Aller will take her first at bat of the day. Mercer at second, 1 down. First pitch to Aller, off speed, falls right back into the zone for a strike, 0-1. Robin Ryan on deck. In the 9 spot, a leadoff double for Skylar Mitchell. Lourdes trying to produce an insurance run in the 6th. High and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple people taking swings down towards the Lawrence Tech bullpen. In the event we see some pinch hitters later in this game. 0-1 is too high. 2-1 now on Aller. Fans that have made it here today have been here for 2 great games in the conference tournament. 3-1 on Aller. If you walk her here, you're more than likely going to see the top of the order in this inning as well. It's the 8th spot with Aller, pinch hitting for Heath. Runner in scoring position. Monroe checks the wristband and a step back on the rubber. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Aller draws the walk. First and second, 1 down. And Lawrence Tech will continue with Monroe. Nobody jumping out of the dugout to head towards the circle. Still just 4-2. 9 spot with Robin Ryan. First pitch up and in, ball 1. Little bunt. Goes foul down that third base side. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Northwestern Ohio and Cornerstone. That game now in the bottom of the 6th. 10-5. Cornerstone leads Northwestern Ohio, on the verge of knocking the Racers out of postseason contention. Ryan turned to bunt. It went off the glove of Stafford. It went out of her hand, goes to the backstop, and runners will move to second and third on ball 2. Really looked like the ball knocked Stafford's glove off her hand. And now Robin Ryan could deliver 2 insurance runs here in the 6th. Ryan on the ground and through into left. Coming to third, and they get the out at third. Ryan will take second on the throw. Lourdes gets a run. It's 5-2, 2 outs. And back to the top of the order. Mercer scores on the RBI single from Robin Ryan. Top of the order with Jessica Smith. Lourdes did not beat Lawrence Tech in the regular season. Lost their 2 games, and they were unable to produce 5 runs in either game. And right now, they've got to feel like they've put themselves in a perfect spot to win here today. Inside corner, and Smith turned away from it, but it is a strike, 0-1. She is standing on the white line right by the plate, trying to cover that inside pitch. Lourdes was held to 3 runs in both of their losses to Lawrence Tech at home this year. Smith out in front of that 0-1, tapped it foul towards her own dugout. RBI single in the 4th, that made it at the time a 4-1 game. Lawrence Tech would score a run in the bottom of the 4th to make it 4-2. Nobody scored in the 5th, and now Lourdes with 1 more in the 6th. 0-2 just missing. Blue Devils were ready to get off the field. Instead, Smith will see at least 1 more. That shorter crouch stance from Smith. She calls for time before the 1-2. Ryan at second. 1-2 to Smith. Stayed up above the letters. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tim is done throwing in the bullpen. She comes back towards the dugout for Lawrence Tech. Get the call from the dugout. 2-2 pitch. Bounced in, runner taken off for third, and Ryan is in safely as Props was fully covering the bag there. I think that Ryan would have been safe no matter what, as Props' leg was out trying to block her from getting to third base. Could have seen an obstruction call. Full count, 3-2 on Smith. McGann on deck. Smith stays alive. We'll see at least 1 more. Lawrence Tech will be at the 6th spot in the order in the bottom of this frame. Ryan over at third. Payoff pitch to Smith is up high, ball 4. And it puts runners at the corners with 2 down. Lindsey McGann coming to bat. And I would assume that we'll see Smith take off for second here. And McGann have a chance to potentially pick up 2 RBIs We may see a pitching change first, though, for Lawrence Tech as Coach Meese has come out of the dugout. And looks like the Blue Devils are going to make some changes. We'll get you updated on the new changes when we return to Fort Wayne and Warrior Park. Lourdes threatening, runners on the corners and 2 down in the top of the 6th.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
ESM Sports Therapy. Recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to PS.
Top of the 6th, runners at the corners and 2 outs. Pitching change for Lawrence Tech, and Michaela Tim, who has been warming up over the course of the last 2 innings down in the bullpen, is into the game. Tim, 33 innings of work this season. She's making her 15th appearance overall, 9th in relief. 5.04 ERA with a 1-4 record, 19 walks to 15 strikeouts for Tim this season. And she comes in at a pivotal point in this game. Runners at first and third for Lourdes and 2 outs. Lindsey McGann at the plate. And McGann 1 for 3 on the day. But already an insurance run tacked on in the top of this 6th frame. McGann near the top in terms of batting average for this Lourdes roster at .282 on the season. She does have 16 runs driven in this year as well. Looking for some more distance between themselves and Lawrence Tech and trying to give keeper a little bit more room in the circle in the 6th. Right-hander Tim, senior from Linden, Michigan, fires a first pitch down in the turf, ball 1. Smith aboard at first. Again, I'm interested to see if she's on the move or not, what they do with Ryan over at third in that scenario. Again, waits. Tim with the 1-0. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor Legans, the 3-spot hitter. High chopper, right side of the infield. Crittenden bobbled it, nowhere to go. It'll be an error on the infield. A run scores for Lourdes, makes it 6-2. And the first error defensively against Lawrence Tech today. Crittenden tried to go to the short route with it and instead bobbled it as she tried to pitch it to second. By the time she flipped her hips to go to first, McGann was already there. 6-2 Lourdes. Low and inside, first pitch ball to Legans, 1-0. Taylor Legans 1 for 3 today. Monroe's day will come to a close with 1 earned run. 2 runs in total off that error. Towards short, Markey, short route to third. They get the out at third as Props has to extend out like a first baseman to get it. But Lourdes with 2 runs in the 6th. They now lead by 4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here in Fort Wayne at Warrior Park. SummitCitySports.com. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order coming up for LTU.
As an adult going back to school, there's a lot to factor in. I have a family, I was working 60 hours a week. Finding time to get a degree was challenging. The flexibility of online classes at Indiana Tech made it possible. I'd tell anyone looking to further their education to look into Indiana Tech.
The online class portion of this PhD was extremely enticing because I do work full-time, I teach on the side of that, and I have a family. I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
I already had an associate degree, but I always knew I wanted to earn my bachelor's. Indiana Tech made it possible, even while working a full-time job. The online classes were great. I'd tell anyone thinking about college to enroll in Indiana Tech today.
Sarah Baskett leads things off for Lawrence Tech in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lawrence Tech trailing Lourdes in this elimination game, 6-2. Gotta have it now. You've got to find a way. Even if you don't get 4, even if you don't get 3, you got to find a way to get at least 1 in this 6th inning after Lourdes created a little bit more separation in the top of the frame. Sarah Baskett, first pitch swinging, and up the middle into center. And a leadoff hit for Baskett begins the bottom of the 6th, trying to spark the offense here, season on the line. And here's Sophia Props with a runner at first. Nobody out. 7 hits now for Lawrence Tech. High and outside, ball 1. Props, freshman infielder from South Lyon, Michigan. Takes away and is ahead 2-0. Keeper in relief. This is her 2nd inning of work. Faced some traffic in the 5th. Ultimately, no runs came to pass. Wave and a miss at the 2-0 offering. Props 0 for 2, a pop out and a fly out. Both have gone to the left side of the field. No drastic shift on at the moment for Lourdes. Baskett at first, off speed, stayed high from keeper, and it's 3-1. Ashley Stafford on deck. Already an RBI double to her name today. 3-1. Props in the air to left will send Mitchell back, but she's got room in left field to make the catch. Tagging for second base and in safely is Baskett. She'll take off and head for third and gets there. So Baskett up to third. It'll be an error defensively on Lourdes. They do get the first out on the fly out to left. One down for the catcher, Ashley Stafford. Six to 2. First pitch just off the outside corner, ball 1. Stafford, LeBlanc is scheduled to hit next in the 9th spot in the order. Too far away, 2-0. Even if you do give up 1 run in this inning, if you're Lourdes, it's not the end of the world after you put up a 2 spot. 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Lawrence Tech with a run in the 2nd and the 4th. Keeper 2-0 through into center. RBI single for Stafford, her 2nd run driven in this game. And it's a 6-3 ball game with Baskett scoring easily on that single back up the middle. And now a pinch hitter for Lawrence Tech. It'll be Sarah Essenmacher replacing LeBlanc. So Essenmacher in place of LeBlanc.
Hitting number 10, Sarah Essenmacher.
One down, bottom of the sixth. Stafford now aboard at first. Top of the order, Alyssa Bloomfield next, which means that 3-4-5 part of this order for Lawrence Tech is going to get another chance here in this game. That just missed outside. First pitch ball to Essenmacher, 1-0. LeBlanc at the plate was 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts, so they go to a pinch hitter in this situation. .342 batting average, .404 on base percentage for Lawrence Tech as a team this year. But it's been Lourdes who has controlled this game. Foul tip back into the glove as Dara hangs on. Essenmacher behind 1-2. Too far into the left-handed batter's box, count evens. This is a runner that you can not let on base if you're Lourdes, and on the other side for Lawrence Tech, you're saying that if we can get Essenmacher on here, top of the order is going to do something for us. 2-2. It's a strikeout for keeper. 2 down in the sixth. And back to the top of the order. It'll be Bloomfield, the 9 spot for Lawrence Tech, now 0 for 3 in this game with 3 Ks. Bloomfield 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch just too far outside, ball 1. Singled in the third, a ground out her last time up after flying out to center to begin the game. Bloomfield stayed back. Looks at ball 2. If she does reach, Crittenden will represent the tying run here in the 6th inning. Fouled back off the netting. It's 2-1. There is another right-handed arm up and throwing for Lawrence Tech. That would be Sydney Mayer. I talked about her earlier, sophomore out of Austin, Indiana. Not sure where Austin is. You're going to go past Indy down south to get there. One of the smaller towns in southern Indiana. 3-1 count. Two outs, bottom of the 6th. Bloomfield in the air to left. Mitchell ranging and making the catch towards the line. We head to the 7th. Lourdes with a 6-3 lead as the number 7 seed is trying to knock the number 3 seed out of the tournament.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
One run on 2 hits, 1 error defensively by Lourdes, and a runner left on base for Lawrence Tech in the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th, 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order for the Gray Wolves. Hickman, Rumpf, and Mitchell coming to the plate. Tim is back out there. Waiting to see if Ava Stafford returns. It looks like Stafford maybe in left field now. So Tim into the circle. Stafford moves to left field, replacing Miller. As Olivia Hickman bats for the 4th time today, first time against Tim. This will be her first full inning of relief. And maybe we'll see a full inning of relief. There is another arm warming up for Lawrence Tech. Game got underway at 3:37. We're closing in. We just passed the hour 45 mark, closing in on that 2-hour mark in Game 2 as well. Reminder, we'll be back here at 1 p.m. tomorrow for your first pitch between the winner of this one and Indiana Tech. Warriors will need just one win tomorrow and 2 potential tries to do so. Winner of this one will have to win the first game in tomorrow's contest in order to force a second game. Hickman flares it out to center field, and coming in, making the catch for out number 1 is LeBlanc back in center, 1 away.
Now batting number 10, Olivia Rumpf.
Olivia Rumpf with 1 down. Rumpf 2 for 3 today. A run and an RBI in the first. First pitch right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Lourdes again looking for an insurance run. This time in the 7th. They picked up 2 of them in the 6th. Rumpf pulls out that back foot as this misses low and inside, 1-1. Tim in relief in a crucial game, and talked about you've got Mayer up as well. They've seen pretty small sample size for the final 2 pitchers today, and you wonder if it's not worth trying to go back to Pridemore potentially if you need to. Season on the line right now for Lawrence Tech, down by 3, and you've got to keep it at 3. Rumpf, floater towards the middle, will land on a hop. Markey with a bare hand, but not in time to first base. Would have been a spectacular play by the shortstop. Instead, an infield hit for Lourdes. The 11th hit of the game for the Gray Wolves. And here's Skylar Mitchell with a runner at first and 1 out. Mitchell with a double her last time up. On the ground to second here. Crittenden takes it to the bag, and we'll get the fielder's choice. 2 away. And now Maddie Dara with 2 outs.
Number 6, Maddie Dara.
Two down, top of the 7th, runner at first. Cornerstone in Northwestern Ohio, playing in that other elimination game. Bottom of the 7th, Northwestern Ohio down by 4. with their last bats. Oh, 1 in the air, well struck, left center field, going to land on a hop. Throw in, and it'll be runners at the corners for Lourdes with 2 outs as Dara has another hit here in the postseason. It's a single. Mitchell up to third. 2 down, and it is Ava Aller batting with 2 away. Aller hitting for the second time today. She walked in a pinch hit effort back in the 6th. Tim trying to make sure that this is still a 3-run game when her team comes to the dugout to bat in the 7th. Good pitch to swing at on that first offering for Aller. I think those eyes got really big. Two down, top of the 7th. Aller with the 0-1 from Tim, low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike as the count evens up. And now time called. We're going to see a pinch runner come into this game. Liv Husar running at first base for Dara. One and 1 count. Husar running at first. 1-1 to Ava Aller. And misses. Count 2-1. Robin Ryan, RBI single her last time. She's on deck. Bottom of the order continues to produce for Lourdes in this tournament. Trying to do so again. Tim, 2-1. And now it's 3-1. Husar aboard at first. Mitchell over at third. 2 down in the 7th. The count is 3-1 on Aller, batting in the 8th spot. Ball 4. Loads the bases for Lourdes with 2 down. And Robin Ryan, who made solid contact her last time up, drove in a run and then eventually scored, has a chance to kind of blow this game open in the 7th inning. She could find a gap. Bases loaded and 2 down, and Coach Meese wants to talk things over. We'll take a quick 30-second pause during this mound visit. Top of the 7th, and a 3-run lead for Lourdes, trying to extend it even further.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Defensive change here for Lawrence Tech, and a new right fielder into the game. Did not catch who the number was going out to right field, as we welcome you back in the top of the 7th. No count on Robin Ryan. Bases full, 2 away. First pitch from Tim is low, ball 1, and hey, a patient approach here, you draw a walk. It's the same as getting a hit in this situation. Chance to bring in a run. And even 1 run, huge in a game like this. Robin loads up, fouls it away on the first base side, 1-1. Top of the order would be due up next. Lawrence Tech will start at the 2 spot in their order in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan takes a called strike 2. One and 2 count. 2 down, top of the 7th. Bases loaded for Lourdes. Leading by 3, but hoping to extend that advantage. 1-2, Ryan in the air. Crittendale, the second baseman, got it. And we head to the bottom of the 7th as Lourdes leaves the bases loaded. Last bats coming for Lawrence Tech. They trail by 3 here, SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Bottom of the 7th, 3-run lead for Lourdes, 3 outs to get for the Gray Wolves. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order for Lawrence Tech. It's the number 7 seed, Gray Wolves of Lourdes. Their fans are up and ready for the 7th as keeper will face Crittenden. First pitch up in the zone, ball 1. Crittenden 1 for 3 today, singled in the 5th. After a pair of flyouts in the 1st and 3rd. Lays off the 1-0. It was just outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Crittenden in the air to center. Smith moves back. Gets underneath it. There is 1 down in the 7th. Now the 3 spot in the order, Zoe Markey, the shortstop. This Lawrence Tech group, not senior heavy whatsoever. Alyssa Bloomfield, the leadoff batter. Ainsley Coleman, who we saw pinch hit. And Michaela Tim. Those are the only 3 seniors on the roster. Everybody else, in theory, would be back next season for Lawrence Tech. You know how it goes in today's day and age in college athletics, though. Markey, .336 batting average. Swings, lifts it up in the air. McGann, the shortstop, called off by the center fielder, Smith. And Lourdes is an out away from moving on to the championship series. Or the championship game, at least, tomorrow. Here in this pod. Of course, Lourdes would have to win 2 games tomorrow in order to move on, but you can put yourself in position to do so right here. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Here is Natalie Pridemore. And again, I don't even know if you pitched to her in this situation. 1-0 count. She's been so good today that it's easier said than done getting her out. She did ground out to second in the 5th. Delaney Monroe is on deck. Three 3-0 count. Plenty of Lawrence Tech fans in attendance, and they have not had a lot to cheer about in this second game. As Lawrence Tech has been in the same spot that Indiana Tech was against the Blue Devils in game one. They have not led at all in this second game. Ball four. Pridemore draws the walk with 2 outs. We'll see a pinch runner come in for Lawrence Tech. It'll be Chong to run in place of Pridemore. And this is Delaney Monroe at the plate with 2 down. Monroe hit by a pitch in the fourth. She is 0 for 2 today. Had 2 runners in scoring position when she laced one back to the circle that was caught by keeper back to end the 5th inning. That kept it from tying the game at that spot. Two down. Chong aboard at first, running as the pinch runner for Pridemore. First pitch to Monroe is on the ground to second. Ryan to first, and the Lourdes Gray Wolves have defeated Lawrence Tech. 6-3 is your final score. Lourdes is moving on to play Indiana Tech tomorrow. The Gray Wolves will need 2 wins tomorrow in order to punch their ticket to the WHAC Championship Series, but they will play for the pod tournament title tomorrow. 1 o'clock, we'll be back here for Indiana Tech and Lourdes. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here today. We will see you tomorrow. The season comes to a close for Lawrence Tech on this Saturday evening. Lourdes versus Indiana Tech tomorrow at 1 p.m. We'll see you then. SummitCitySports.com. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
I got my bachelor's degree at Indiana Tech. It was an easy choice when choosing where to get my master's.